Okay. That's just 2 dead motherfuckers. How about that?
Shit
Not
changed.
Both of them dead.
Yeah, now who gonna tell our story?
Right.
The shit changed. The shit changed. I'm just trying to tell you. The shit changed.
When I see you next day, it's different.
No. If you leave me, I'm trying to tell you.
You purging.
I'm purging.
That's why
bro.
Moses knew the story.
No. I'm trying to.
That's why Moses knew the story. He said, "Hey, I need somebody to tell the story. Here's the 10 Commandments. This is my legacy. I need somebody to tell the story. We both can't go.
Right.
Thank you.
Right, you're right.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Man, I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all know it. Hey, I'm just letting you know. It's going down.
Don't leave.
Don't leave. Don't leave. I'm telling you that right now.
Don't leave and let me survive.
Go on without me.
That shit only in TV. That shit only in TV.
Oh my
I'm
God,
trying to
that
tell you.
shit crazy,
Right.
y'all.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm just put it this way. Just hope we don't have a purge on situation here. I'm gonna say it that. I'm gonna leave it at that right there.
I think we should all
So tell me this. Tell me this then.
Do our own solo mission.
Do you think today, right now, would purging be a good idea to do? Like right now in this day and time?
Heck no.
No. I don't know. I don't.
You mean if the government
Allowed
put
it,
this
yeah.
would this be a good day?
Yeah, good time to do
It'll
it.
be an all-out racial.
They already purging.
It'll be an all-out racial war.
You know what?
That's
They're already
That's a
purging.
good one, Sean.
Motherfucker purge the shit out of here. The police purging us.
Exactly.
That's a good one.
I said
Sean.
that earlier. I
That's a
had
good
discussed
one.
about that earlier, man. I'm
And
like,
Sana said no. It's not a good idea. Nope.
they doing this shit anyway. It's happening anyway.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it is happening.
Education, all that shit, man. All that's just the way that they trying to cleanse these, push us out, man. It's already happening.
You're right.
Like I said,
They purging, but they doing it in a different way. They purging us with money.
That's what Sana just said. They already killing us.
They pay you to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like in the movie.
Or they push you
They
out.
was giving you a certain amount of money to say, hey, you can take this money to participate or whatever the case may be, volunteer, and if you make it through, you get something. I forgot how
Right.
they did it, but that's how they were like calling all the people with poverty come in, and they
Right.
run that trailer and they sign their name up, and that's when they were allowing themselves to be purged.
They buying your house, making
Yeah,
you move.
yeah,
You
exactly.
been purged right
Exactly.
there. You know what I'm
Push you out
saying?
there, they just throw you out. But
So,
it's not, like I said,
look at the
they were all
city.
doing it in poverty.
They done moved everybody out the city.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Sana say from the food too as well.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's the way they doing it.
But
Just-
that kind of
It's a new purge.
That kind of leads us to the next segment, which is now Sana, I'm gonna say this to you because I know you're Muslim, so you probably will be able to educate us more on it than we know. But our thoughts and views on this topic right here are not the thoughts and views of WinDC Radio or anybody from the Christianity side of the religion or the Muslim side of
Go on.
or the Muslim side. Only thing we're talking about right here is our own thoughts that we had that just came up in general conversation. So there's no facts to none of this that we're talking about or discussing. So I wanted to make sure we put that out there. It's not that we did any fact checking behind this. It's just a conversation that we thought, educational thoughts.
And we try to use our own analogy on a lot of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can fact check us if you want to.
Becky gonna say, does this person necessarily have to be killing the person? Can I just beat them down to within inches of their death?
Damn.
That's
They dead.
That's still committing a crime.
kinda
They're
Becky.
gonna bleed out.
2 inches.
It's still a crime.
They
Becky.
gonna bleed out.
Life.
It's still a crime, Bex. So our next question is, do Martin Luther King think that Malcolm X was naive, or do Malcolm X think Martin was weak? Now we all agree. I think we can all agree that both the brothers
Had an impact.
They had the same goal as two different directions.
Two powerful brothers.
two powerful brothers had the same goal in mind.
They just did it on different levels.
They did on different levels.
Right.
And it was 2 different levels, but the same goal in mind, just 2 different audiences that they were trying to reach.
Right. So, and in the beginning, everybody know Malcolm's story, how he's panhandler, drug dealer, he was basically a thief and just an everyday common criminal. He was a criminal. Then of course he joined the nation. So honestly, like I said, Martin Luther King and Malcolm loved each other dearly. Yeah, I do think that too. Malcolm went to jail, and then of course learned the teachings of Muslims through channels from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's something we do know for a fact. And at the time, I would say that the teachings basically, in my opinion, the teachings saved his life, and I think the teachings also took his life.
Yes, I can agree with you on that.
That's just now understand, son. This is our thoughts. I don't want you coming through the screen trying to kill us.
Don't purge us.
Yeah, don't purge us, son. That's just our thoughts. And we know it's different denominational, different Muslims.
Right.
We know it's different Muslims, 5%ers and stuff like that. We know it's different levels of Muslims as well. So.
And I got a lot of questions like for Muslims.
Becky said, I think Malcolm may have thought Martin was weak. And
he did.
I think in the beginning when they first, well, let me finish with the Malcolm part. He learned the teachings through Muhammad, which I think in some aspect some of it was black supremacy,
right,
and stuff like that. He was believing in the black supremacy and just gave Malcolm the information of what all the whites did to us, and
right,
stepped on our heads and kept us down. Sana said, know this, that the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm. So
yeah, we know that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get into that too, son. I'm glad you said that. So preaching the black supremacy and stuff like that. Again, and people that's Christians or even atheists or either Jehovah's Witnesses, Muslims, everything. When you decide to find what's gonna give you peace, find whatever teachings that's gonna suit you best, then you make sure that you're doing what's best for yourself. So I'm not just because if now not to say nothing bad about Martin Luther King. I mean, hell, we know that he was an adulterer,
right? But
people still followed him,
right? Sometimes
you follow certain people because that knowledge can get through you.
That was Jesse Ford.
Yeah.
So I want to say Malcolm did not think Martin Luther King was weak. This has nothing to do with religion. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, son. You ain't don't raise your voice, son. Calm down.
Was you typing in all caps?
No, she ain't typing in all caps. But when somebody
she
come back to back,
right?
That's like they hard when you get the back.
Look,
I'm gonna say this. Bow. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah,
bow.
It's getting louder and louder.
Yeah, I understand, son. So again, we like, but whatever teachings that you find that can suit you or give you peace, or that you whatever path you choose, make sure you do that for yourself, you know what I'm saying, regardless, because sometimes you might be following this teaching, but that person might, one person there's a lot of people doing this teaching,
right,
and one person might be a bad apple that you're just not getting nothing from. They don't make the whole situation bad.
Right.
So
it's just like a lot of preachers out here, like they could be preaching, I might not even get like it might take him too long to deliver.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I'm out, I'm done.
To me, it still takes away from my unity. Like they still use a black man to kill another black man. Same way like
before you say how does it take away from my we not unified if they doing that. You see what I'm saying?
That's my point.
Yeah, you can't say but you can't say take away from my unity then, because black people are not unified.
No, it's gonna take away from our trying to be unified. See what I'm saying? Because that's what the message.
That's the direction
right?
they was
that
trying
was
to.
The message,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So if that was the message, and y'all turn around and do that to one of your own,
but
why would I even want to follow that?
But you gotta see where the call came from. The call came from the top.
It does not matter. It still took us to execute.
But do that make it right? Cause the call came from the top.
No, it does. It doesn't make it right. But
just like in Godfather, it was a black dude that popped off at Bumpy.
Right.
He shot at him from across. It was a black man. It wasn't one of the Italians.
Because they already know we don't care about killing our own.
That's the problem.
To get to the top.
Right. So why?
That's a big problem.
To use that to take out a high person like Malcolm, it's like, okay.
You talking about Malcolm or you talking about oh no.
We're talking about Malcolm.
I don't know why
so I say Malcolm knew that Martin Luther King had to come soft because of how folks had dealt with sharecropping. Dealt with sharecropping, Jim Crow, and lynching. So to say stand up and fight would have gotten them slaughtered.
So let me ask y'all this. Were we always a non-unified people?
I think we was more unified in slavery.
Slave day, right?
Yeah,
exactly. So what happened?
What happened was
the leaders. I think the leaders, man.
Where did it fall?
What happened was they took a couple of us from the fields and put us in different branches. Put us in the house.
They made us
Or put us
snitches.
closer to the house.
They made us snitches, though. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So
So that was part of their survival code, though. You trying to survive out here, by any means necessary. You trying to survive. So if they gonna put me in the house and take me away from y'all, I might want to take that advantage and go in the house.
That's how we lost the unity.
It ain't. You might want to say you is taking that advantage.
Yeah. Back then, of course you would. It's either kill or be killed type of thing back then. So it's like, okay.
We just say being passive got you a little further. But going back to the Malcolm part, like I said, with religion, your teaching, you do what's best for yourself.
Right.
But when Malcolm started learning whatever, how to basically, what Muhammad was teaching them was the black supremacy, yada, yada, yada. We knew Martin took the turn and was doing a peaceful route because of the tables he was getting at. And like Sana said, coming from sharecropping and stuff like that, there's certain things that Martin had that Martin couldn't have expressed. And maybe it was best for him. He didn't know that way. So he knew the way through God. So that's the chosen he took. Sana said, whereas Malcolm's father was no joke, so he already was no joke. So Malcolm was already about it. Yeah,
But look, deep down inside, I think Martin was by any means necessary too. I think deep down inside, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't show it, but I
don't think he could show it because of the people he was around.
Right.
And he was trying to show more of a peaceful type.
And I said, I'm gonna get to that, son.
A peaceful type rally. He wasn't always about the violence.
My most iconic memory.
But he said, Dana said he was jailed 29 times. Yeah, 29 times, but it was peaceful protesting to get you locked up.
Yeah.
The white girl was just jailed 7 times last week. Like,
misdemeanors.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's when I was growing up in Black History Month. The most iconic picture that was always showed was Malcolm holding the rifle, looking out the window. That was like
I remember that.
That's the picture that they showed the most on Black History and us coming up as kids.
Because it come a time you got to bear
arms. That's the mentality
arms.
he was on. You know what I'm saying? But Martin was always seen as the peaceful. You know what I'm saying?
Because Martin was at the table with the president.
Right.
He was sitting at the table with. Don't say Jimmy Carter.
That guy said Jimmy Carter.
Did he say Jimmy Carter?
Yeah, he did say Jimmy Carter.
Help me.
Jimmy Carter was the president after Martin.
Help me.
After he was assassinated.
No, but he worked with him.
You think about Kennedy.
Kennedy, yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter.
No, it was Carter.
Carter wasn't the president yet, son. Carter hadn't become the president until the late 70s.
Help me.
Let me think about it. I'm just saying because I just went to the park and I'm like, I read the wall, but I had to.
No, understand something. Martin got killed in 1968, right?
Right.
Carter wasn't the president.
JFK died a little bit before.
Help
after,
me.
right? It was after, a little bit after.
It was I think before the JFK died.
JFK died. Once JFK died, it was like, okay, floodgates over. That's what they gonna do what they want. They got him out the way. JFK was on.
Help me.
Pro-black. You see what I'm saying?
No, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
No,
but then, so get back to the short. So Martin had that different, Martin had his people, Malcolm had his people.
Yeah.
And so, and in turn, even though like what happened with Malcolm, of course, as Sana was saying, as I was gonna get to Sana, he said, but he knew it was not the place to go that way. People said Malcolm said an eye for an eye. Martin had a different audience. Of course, we understand that, and I think what happened was when Kennedy got shot, or I think it was when Kennedy got shot. I could be wrong, but I think when Kennedy got shot or something, and that's when Malcolm came out with the roosters coming home, the chickens coming home in the roost, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when the Muslims had to silence him. So what happened was, of course, we all know the scene from the movie when the brother got beat up, and then they was like, they need to see the brother, and he wouldn't, and the police was like, whatever. Martin said, I suggest you look outside.
Right.
And then the white man was like, it's too much power for one man. So what happened was when Martin got silenced, Martin went to Mecca.
No one man should have all that.
Yeah. And Malcolm with the Mecca. And then of course he seen the white Muslims. The white Muslims. And
that changed the game.
That changed the game. And like what Sana said earlier, that the Muslims started feeling though he was starting to become more powerful than Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Too powerful.
So what happened is you find out it's black Muslims, and then you teach me white supremacy, or you teach them, your teaching is white supremacy, but I'm saying that it's white Muslims. But these people, we all preaching to the same God. Like, wait a minute, like something ain't right. So what are the move? Like,
to the messages, huh? It's confusing.
That's the crazy part. So now you come back. Like now, it was like, wait a minute. So now Martin is getting more and more. Because mind you, remember in the movie, the white girl wanted to help Malcolm.
Right.
So that's some powerful teachings where you preaching black supremacy, but you still got white people that want to help you in your cause. So that's crazy. So in that sense, it's like, wow.
And that's where it comes to fellow man, not just a particular genre or just the color of the person's skin. It's just a fellow man.
Right.
I want to help this white guy that's helping me out.
And so then when he came back, like, well, wait a minute. And the same thing with Cassius Clay. Well, Muhammad Ali. When they told Muhammad, when they told Muhammad Ali he couldn't fight because he didn't want to go to war, they was like, well, you can't fight.
Right.
So he wasn't generating no money. So I don't want to say they turned their back.
Sanction.
They didn't turn their back, but they sure wasn't messing with Muhammad Ali no more after that. And so we all know the story. Muhammad Ali went through the back challenge and all that, fought for 3 years or whatever, and then was able to fight. Finally got the fights back together again. Here they come back. Here come the Muslims coming back. So when Sana said, okay, so let's be clear, which comes on next Tuesday right here on WinDC Radio from 6 to 8 p.m. The Nation of Islam isn't Islam, it's nationalism. So the time that when Malcolm started finding all the information and getting more knowledge, Martin never went to Malcolm and was like, to my knowledge, never said, I told you. I tried to tell you about them. But see, that's the division that we have today, because black people would have did that. Black people would be like, I told you about him, I told you this and that, I told you this and that. And now mind you, it even hurt Malcolm more when he found out what Muhammad was doing.
Right.
By impregnating the girls and the ladies and all that.
Right, that was crazy,
and
man.
he asked him about it, and he like, yeah. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, I'm slinging it.
I'm knocking them off.
Yeah.
I'm knocking them off.
I'm dropping these seeds.
You need to get you some.
What? You need to get you. Hey, you out here keep free. You need to do what I'm doing.
Exactly.
So like, but Martin, that shows that what Sana said. Malcolm never thought that Martin was weak. So that I think that Martin wasn't weak. He may have took a different path.
Yeah,
but
that's
by
what
him not, because I've never heard or any saying him about him belittling Malcolm. Because Malcolm died before Martin, and it's like I never heard him say nothing bad about it. So that's what we as black people. That's why I got on YouSchool about the unity part, because today as black people, there's no unity amongst blacks.
Nope,
it's not.
Black people don't care about black people.
No, they don't.
Kanye don't care about black people.
And that's the biggest facade ever, right? We ain't gonna get into that shit.
But there was a time that they did.
Right.
What?
That's the whole point.
Who?
That
black folks.
It was never a time they did. No, there wasn't.
Never a time black people cared about each other?
No.
Mike, no.
No.
I'm not gonna.
You don't think in the 70s black people?
No,
I'm going against that one.
No.
Hell no.
The 80s?
No.
They all had one goal to get free. They wanted freedom together, and that's what they were doing.
Who?
Black folk.
What about y'all that was in the house? Hey, boss, we sit. Look at boss.
Well, Django killed Samuel Jackson. Django because he had to. That mother he was a
It's not a movie.
Yeah.
It's not a movie,
I'm
dog.
just saying, but that's what I'm talking about.
It's not a movie,
what I'm
dog.
trying to get you to understand is those people they separated themselves. We talking about black people as a whole.
Black people didn't get separated. It went back then when they brought you in the house.
They were
you was brought in the house because of your skin color, and the people that got brought in the house. The hell with you, Mike, out there in that field.
Right.
I'm doing what's best for me.
But that's what, 1 or 2 out of fucking 100.
That's all it takes.
It
takes one bad apple to fuck the whole situation up.
So 98 of us are together. So you mean them 2 made us a people that weren't together? Come on now. They chose to take another path. Okay, I get it. But yeah, the rest of them were still together. They were looking out for each other. That's what they were doing.
We had 2 men.
Come on now.
We had 2 men, 2 of the most powerful black leaders in the world. Right?
I really wish I would have seen that.
And Malcolm X got so powerful. That's what happens with knowledge. They always say knowledge is power.
Right.
But when you get too much knowledge, it becomes detrimental. It can kill you, and that's what happened.
It's not good
what happened
for
is,
them.
and look, and who did it? The white man came in, and I'm quite sure he might have got with Muhammad. We like this. He getting too powerful.
Right.
So what we gonna do?
See,
we gonna get the black people.
The reason why we gonna
get the black people to go in this situation,
right? Because look, the reason why he got too powerful because he believed in eye for an eye. You know what I'm saying? You shoot me, I'm gonna shoot you. White folks won't have that, man.
Sana said after Elijah Muhammad died, his son Warf Dean Muhammad made his move. He did. Sana said, to me, the worst thing that happened is desegregation. Funk said, I feel you, Sko. Sana said, revolution starts with one. That's all. It starts with one.
But like you just said, eye for eye. But that was actually in the white man's Bible. That was in the Christian Bible. Eye for an eye. See what I'm saying? And he believed that, but yet he still believed.
Nah, you know what? Both of them was in the same Bible.
Huh?
It was in the same Bible.
It's in the same Bible. The words eye for eye, I know was in the. I never read the Quran, so all I can go by is what I know. The Holy Bible, King James version, says eye for eye.
And in the back,
which verse and all that
and the back of it says turn of a cheek. It says it in the same Bible.
Right, I'm just saying.
It's Malcolm and Martin in the Bible.
What's the first thing you see when you open the Bible?
Genesis.
No.
Right?
Published by.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Published by. How many different versions of the Bible?
Whew.
That's probably a lot.
And at the same time, what's the number one selling book in the world today? The Bible.
I was reading the one when it said thou and thy and all that. Now,
it still
the new Bibles have the English version with the.
No, you had that option. You had that option.
The new Bible got abundance in it. They got you know what I'm talking about and all that shit.
You can get the Bible like you can get the everyday Bible where you can understand what it's saying.
Yeah.
But
right.
As we see in this world today, the unity amongst black people is not there.
Today.
We'll never have.
There was a time it was.
You know what? He right though.
There was a time it was.
When?
Come on now.
That was in the 60s though.
Sana said it was the
60s. They were unified. Sana said it wasn't, you know, because that was all for each other.
Sana said it wasn't an eye for an eye. He was ready to unite white and black. That's what he was moving towards. Mm-hmm. And they didn't want that. And so what they did was,
she's saying Malcolm wanted eye for eye.
Said no.
Malcolm wanted to unify black and white.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying.
That's what she's saying. Eye for eye means.
No, she said it wasn't eye for eye. He was ready to unite white and black people.
He was ready to unite everybody together when he came back from the Mecca.
And Sana said the Quran is the same book, and it is.
So by any means necessary,
the Bible is the only book that got so many different versions.
So by any means necessary don't mean eye for eye. That what you trying to tell me?
No. Mean by any means necessary. No. Whatever it takes.
Eye for an eye means.
Hold on. Just tell me eye for eye ain't by any means necessary.
It's almost like it's almost like an eye for an eye is like you kill me, I'm killing you.
Right.
Basically.
By any means necessary, it's the same thing.
But sometimes it don't have to be by any means. I can want to get in this door. And the thing about it is, by any means, I can either pick the lock, I can kick it. I'm gonna get in that door by any means necessary. Right. It don't have to be a violent way.
The door ain't matter.
I understand that. I understand that, but I'm saying, I'm a Malcolm dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, we know that.
It's kill or be killed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, if somebody come up here and spit in your face, what you gonna do, Martin? What you gonna do?
Martin gonna turn over cheek.
Sana said just like Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar Gaddafi was not killed because he was a terrorist. Muammar Gaddafi was killed, or should I say assassinated, because he was going to unite Africa with one currency so that people always take care of the people, take advantage of Africa didn't want. So wait a minute.
What?
So the people always take advantage of Africa didn't want it, so they killed him under the cloak of terrorism, and that's what they do. That's what I'm like when they did Malcolm. What they do? I'm just speculating. I don't know. I'm thinking that they got with Muhammad, and Muhammad realized, like Sana said earlier, he started becoming more powerful than Muhammad. Hell, he had people that was under Muhammad like, I don't want to follow him no more.
Right.
I'm following you.
That's where the problem was at.
So it's like he getting too powerful. So if that's the case, you getting with the government, why we just can't get somebody to shoot him? Get a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we don't want that. We want to get your own kind.
Right. Because
we're naive and we're dumb. And we have no unity. So listen, let's get your own kind in there and do away with it. And that's what they did.
And this speculation right here. Now, everybody that Muhammad wanted to spy on Malcolm, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want to do that. They came back and told him he want me to let him know everything you're doing. But they didn't want to do that, so they didn't actually supposed to tell Malcolm that.
Right.
But they did.
That's how they do it. That's how they portray it in The Godfather. They use Bobby's daughter though.
Right. He used women to get to.
Right.
What kind of nation is that? But what kind of nation is that? What kind of nation? That's dirty. It's dirty.
That shows that the black people are not
united. You're right. You're right.
It's no unity.
But they use the weakness. What I mean by that is
how if we're unified, you can't be weak.
I'm trying to answer that. Let me answer it. What I'm saying is he used her because she was a recovering addict.
Right.
And as far as the Godfather show goes. She was a recovering addict. She ain't had nothing, you know what I'm saying? She had nothing. She didn't want her father's money. She didn't want that fame. She was just trying to find her own way. So Elijah was using her. And she's like, okay, he's about to give me,
and see,
up on the status.
That's where the problem started at, right there.
And that's that Uncle Tom shit. That's just like bringing a slave into the house.
Right. Sana said the government told Elijah, hey, he gonna take over, so we gonna help you kill him.
And it's all because we're poverty-stricken.
And it's called. And
Peter that's said, right. That is right.
Peter said it's called divide and conquer.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. That's why.
But that wouldn't even be possible if we all were wealthy. Think about it.
Right.
You can't bribe me if I'm already wealthy. I don't need your money. I'm good. But since we're such a poverty-stricken people,
they still doing it.
Wait a minute. Since we're such a poverty-stricken people, they use the money against us and lower us in. So you're gonna take that bag if you got a chance. If you on the corner every day, high as a kite, but yeah, they say, "Oh, I'm about to get
I'm ready to purge."
What they gonna do?
It's a purge.
In that situation with the Malcolm, it wasn't about money.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that's how they use that. That's the tactic they use to divide and conquer us.
Sana said she met the brother that killed Malcolm.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy.
Wow.
They almost said how many parents teach unity at home.
Wait. Whoa, back. Whoa, what?
She met the brother that killed Malcolm.
She met him?
Yeah, she said I had mixed feelings and wanted to spit.
He's still here?
And I wanted to spit in his face. She said I had.
See, that's the problem in this.
Why?
He's still here?
Why wouldn't he be?
Why is he still walking this earth?
Did he get locked up?
He probably did. I don't know if he got locked up or not. But even if he did get locked up, he still would have served his time.
Right.
Because you wasn't getting life back then when you murder people.
Not just there you go.
But again, we as people
Pete said money and greed is the root of all.
I wouldn't want to meet him.
We did too.
She just said that. She said she had mixed feelings. But again, you might have wanted to meet him because
to see the story.
Because you don't know the story.
Right.
Because you don't know what position they put him in.
I
don't know. I don't know.
Right.
But
I don't know either,
it could have been like, listen, I'm gonna need you to do this, or I'm gonna kill your family.
And you.
And that's still what?
Nah, I ain't gonna kill you.
And that still means what?
You got to live the rest of your life without your family.
And that means what?
You right.
That means unless, go.
No, I'm talking about as far as me now that you out, so what? You still did it.
Yeah.
But
you got to go.
Why?
Okay.
I know the story.
I want to know how can he live after that?
How can he walk in the street?
Yeah, how can he live after that?
But y'all don't call forgiveness.
But you gotta think of But see, what y'all not thinking, you're thinking of the surface. You're not thinking about what he has to go through every day.
That don't matter to me.
No, how can that man live after he killed
Malcolm?
How can he live the next day?
Right. So Malcolm's grandson should be killed too then, right? Because he sure killed Betty Shabazz. He sure killed Sister Betty.
Whoever. Okay, look, like I said.
I'm asking.
He should be dead too.
He should be, yeah. Bye.
Yeah.
See you.
How can somebody that I'm following?
He's still a Muslim. He said, Sana said when he walked in the Mossad, the Imam told everyone not to bring harm to him because he did his time.
I was say because he's probably protecting him.
Man, I don't want to hear that
shit. No.
Shit. Right now, that's been the last time he spoke.
Done.
So hold on. So the thing about it,
especially if I follow,
I done hit his damn throat. I done hit that damn throat.
So if you bring harm to him, then they off you. Then what?
Sana said, and the punishment that God has for him is
okay.
Come on, man. You know, that's my problem.
Your teaching.
That's my problem.
But if you follow your teachers for your knowledge, your belief.
I understand.
But right there, that's what you're doing is. Now what you're doing is your mentality has created that you are not unified as blacks no more.
No, right.
That created diversion and unity. No. Because again, that's the
eye for eye part right there.
That's what I'm saying. It kills me when people always look. People,
you killed Malcolm.
Let me check.
Let me hold
on. Let me get this out.
You killed Malcolm. You gone. Eye for eye. You gone.
But y'all don't know what this dude got to deal with every day of his life.
So what's your answer? So again, what's your answer to God when that comes to
eye for eye?
Right.
It was eye for eye.
That's not what God does, though.
But look, you gotta think about this.
If I'm not mistaken, God is a forgiving God, right?
Yeah, but you
he still has to.
Hold on.
Exactly. He got to go.
Look, a lot of people use God too. Now you do know that it's a difference.
Yeah.
It's a difference. Some people use God.
He got to go, Slim.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't always want to call on the Lord and God when they done wrong. And you know what I'm saying? You using God. Yeah. You ain't using God. You using God.
Yeah. There you go.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Sana said we are Muslims just like that who killed him. So if he did his time, let that rock.
I can't let it rock. I'm sorry. I can't let it rock.
Again, you are not God. You are not the judge or the jury. It's not your place. How can you believe in faith that you believe in God and you believe in God's will?
And you're gonna do His work.
Now you want to do His work.
You want to do His work because
now forget God.
You disagree.
God, sit aside. I got this.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay my Quran right down right here and say this will be my last day. But I'm not about to let this man live.
Nah, you ain't got to do that.
You teachers, you just thought.
This is like if I was a kid.
So if God forgave him, God ain't gonna forgive me if I off him. He just killed my man.
Right.
So your same God ain't gonna do.
Right. Hold up.
Sana say we are Muslims, just like dude that killed them. So with that said, we don't punish twice.
But this is the thing.
What? You ain't punishing twice. I'm doing what you did to my man.
Hold up. He did his time.
He walking these streets ain't no.
So you know you're Muslim. You're gonna do the same thing he did. You're killing another one of your people.
What you mean?
I mean,
he said kill one of mine. I'm coming for the whole family.
Thank you.
Eye for eye. What'd she say?
He just said
kill one of mine. I'm coming for your throat.
That's how the world works.
That's how it's supposed to go.
That's how the world works. So you telling me God is not gonna forgive me, but He forgave him?
So let me ask you this. That goes to show the difference between blacks and whites. Now give me a white person. Let's say, for instance, Charles Manson killed all them white people. What happened to Charles Manson?
My point exactly. But they
killed him in jail.
No, they didn't.
They did kill.
He's still living. If not,
him.
He's still alive. I think so.
He's still alive, but it was a no.
Nah, mostly all these people that did mass killings or whatever.
All of them, like they died in jail.
Well, no, the dude in Waco, he went out with a blast. Some of them want to go out with a blast.
You gotta think like this too now. With him, white folks want him to live, so he continue doing that shit to black people.
Yeah.
But regardless how, but he did it. What's up, Jeeks?
But guess what they did? They killed Stan Tukey Smith.
Yeah.
But he was in jail for what? Killing black people. He ain't killing no white people.
Who?
Stan Tukey Smith. They put him on death row, right? They sentenced him to death, right?
That was his sentence to death.
Why did they sentence him to death? But Charles Manson didn't do that.
He was charged with murder, Skull.
Charles Manson wasn't?
So eating people?
But that's that's the difference. What I'm talking about.
As we said, the difference between white and black.
But I'm telling, what I'm telling you is,
he was convicted by a jury.
By whites, though.
What I'm saying is, look, the white people want him to live and be out here in the world. Continue to doing that.
Hold on, for who to be out in the world? Charles Manson?
Yeah.
He's still locked up.
You missed
he was up for parole how many times? Told them people
that's
to
the judicial system. You got to be on parole.
I'm trying to tell you.
Told them people don't
the difference. Mike said the difference. Mike said the difference, and I'm saying my difference with white people is they want Manson out here in the world to continue that.
Say tap tap tap. Is this mic on? Muslims don't punish twice. So an eye for an eye. Nope. Next. He said next dude still.
So what if a non-Muslim kill him? Because we grew up knowing that Malcolm X was one of our black leaders. All we know is he ain't on this earth no more. And now,
why y'all now making the same?
And y'all trying to justify it? They trying to justify it though.
They done justified. They done justified. They already justified. They done forgave that man. They done forgave that man
because they believe in their teachings. That's what I tell you. If you believe in your if you believe.
Okay, so somebody kill one of your children or something. No, you ain't gonna.
I'm different. I'm not following.
He's not following no type of religion.
First of all, I'm not all the way into a religion.
So we're speaking from our point. We're not saying from inside the nation. I'm just saying. Oh,
look, let me tell you. If you're a Muslim, you don't supposed to drink, smoke. No, you supposed to be pure, right?
I've seen people die for this.
No.
Do you supposed to be pure?
Listen.
Or it's different kind of Muslim.
I said that earlier. It's different kind of. You got your 5%. You got different kind of Muslims. Let's be clear.
You got some Muslims that eat.
It's just too much for me then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, that's what I'm saying. When you into religion and you searching for that knowledge, whatever's gonna find you peace in your heart, you go all the way through with it.
Well, her inner gut even she said it. She said, "I felt a certain way when I met this man."
You can feel that way, but you can't act on it.
But you know what she did also?
She ain't gotta act.
She said no one forgave.
She said no one forgave him, but they believe that whatever God has in store for that's God's situation that God has to handle.
I just feel like that man shouldn't walk.
That's God's will.
But the reason why I feel like that because I feel like Malcolm would have felt the same way I feel, and I ain't even following the teaching. I know Malcolm.
Oh, you trying to take me out?
I'm a Gemini.
But how many times? But again, people that try to come in Malcolm, but people that try to come in Malcolm so many different times, and the brothers was ready to go at the people, and Malcolm told them no. You see what I'm saying? When you in that space, that's a space where obviously you would never know.
You gotta walk the walk, man.
That's a space you would never know. Now just admit that part of it, and then I understand. That's a space you would never know.
Right.
Where Sana is, that's a place we would never know.
Right.
She full-fledged. That's her life. That's her lifestyle. That Muslim is, again, we don't know. So nobody forgave them, but they also believe in their teachers with like, listen, God gonna handle it.
Do you
know how many people that probably wanted to kill the man that killed Martin?
Right.
Come on, man. It's to a certain point, like, okay, God gonna have to deal with it.
See, that's the thing I keep saying. Everybody look at the surface of it. You don't understand what that person has to deal with individually, because he or she has to deal with those demons. He or she got to deal with his or her own conscience.
Yeah, every day. You killed Malcolm X.
That's the suffering part. You got to go through your life knowing so many people, but you don't know it because you're not in that space.
I just don't think nobody can brainwash me, so that's where I'm at with it.
Right.
I can't be brainwashed.
I ain't hearing that, man.
That's just like if you out here driving, say if you driving drunk.
Sean, you preach all you want to.
Just say if you driving drunk and you accidentally kill somebody. Is that
that's
not?
That's an accident.
Keyword
that's
accident.
An accident.
Keyword.
You can't put
Don't
that.
Try. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't use that one.
If you are in a car accident and you kill somebody,
you in a car accident and you drive and you kill my child because you was drunk driving.
Drunk driving. That's different.
Accident or not,
drunk
or even an accident or not, it's nothing you can say to me.
Right.
I don't give a shit about an accident.
Right.
No, bruh. I'm not in that space.
You looking at terminology.
I'm not in that forgiving space. I'm with you, Sean.
That dude meant to kill. He doesn't. Kill.
They died. It don't matter if you meant to do it over an accident.
Sada said, listen, Muslims believe that no man can give the punishment greater than God. It's not being brainwashed. Preachers say organized religion is all propaganda at the end of the day to control the masses. We're not in that space. You see what I'm saying? We're not in that space where it's to the point where I'm like, okay, we looking at it because he killed one of the great leaders.
Yep, that's it.
A top leader at that.
Yep.
That's not why you look at it. I mean, it's part of the base of it. That's the meat of it. But you got to go deep into it.
Why everybody?
Why
y'all want Killer Dude to kill that shot JFK? Because JFK was on the verge of trying to help black people.
Yeah, he was.
I know. Purge away, goddamn.
Yeah, I would love to purge him myself.
Give me that assignment.
Yeah, I can purge him right now.
I agree, Son. Son said drunk ain't an accident. It's not.
It's not.
But he ain't say drunk. He literally just said accident.
I said driving drunk.
You just said it. You just said it. You just said it at first.
He said it after.
You didn't say drunk. You said accident. An accident is different. An accident is different.
What I'm saying is just the feeling part about it, the emotional side of it. If you no, it's not him. If you in an accident and you wind up killing somebody, that's
a totally different situation, Sean.
So should you be locked up?
But if you get in the car as a drunk man, you're driving.
I didn't say
using
drunk.
the car as a weapon. You are right. So what you're saying is, if a pedestrian step out from between cars and I hit them, should I be the one that everybody want to kill? No, I should not.
It's an accident.
That was an accident.
Don't you know the definition of accident?
You know the difference?
You gonna be alright with that though?
So how you gonna feel after the fact?
Accident, accident.
I
mean, I'm gonna feel some type of way, but I ain't gonna go kill him because it was an accident.
It's not.
So it wasn't his fault. He killed and shot. He pulled a gun out and shot Malcolm X.
You mixing
accident, right?
Putting the two things. It's not the same.
I'm gonna have to live with it.
All I'm saying is
I'm gonna want to kill him, yeah. But I'm gonna have to live with it. Was an accident.
Accident or not, you can't kill somebody in my family and think I'm gonna be forgiven.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to get at you.
I understand that. I understand that.
All I'm saying is,
an accident. My child walked off the curb and you hit my child and killed my child, or anybody. I gotta get at you, bro.
While drunk though, right?
No, I don't give you drunk or not.
Either way,
you drunk or not.
Either way, it
doesn't. You got every right to feel that way.
Right. That's what I said. I understand.
He said he talking about the psychological impact. Yes, Jeets.
That's what I'm talking about.
The man that killed Malcolm was a very lonely person, alone among Muslims. We don't rock with him. That's dog. You living a secluded, selfless life now. You by yourself for the rest of your life.
There's a lot of people that do that, and they're innocent people.
Well, then he ought to want them to kill him. He ought to want them to kill him then.
Hey man, it's been a great show, man. We want to thank y'all for tuning in.
I'm sorry.
We want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. Hey, make sure y'all tune in next week for the ladies of Let's Be Clear, who's gonna be on from 6 to 8 p.m. right here on Win DC Radio. And don't forget, if y'all want to donate to help the homeless, make sure y'all hit any one of our inboxes up, or y'all can hit up my cousin Kay Taylor from We Made the Podcast, or my man Kevin from the Real Talk 6-Man Podcast. Please hit us up, man. We will be donating November 23rd, 9 a.m. at Franklin Square, man. I help the homeless, man. Thank y'all. Hey, make sure y'all tune in next week, man. We out.
It's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm talking about?
Bullshit. What?
Hey, Slim,
we live now.
Y'all crazy, bro. Like you ain't you just ain't that teaching.
Mike,
I ain't that teaching. Ain't got to do with me.
I did some, you know, because it's gonna be my topic. That's why I said that, to see to get a response. This part right here.
What?
Right here. That word.
Right. Brainwash.
Yeah. I got something behind that.
Yeah, man, that's bullshit. You can ask me. Bro, she felt bad about me and whatever case would be, but I bet he protected.
He not protected. She just said that. He's not protected. They say the Muslims don't.
Hold on, I'll wait right there. Stop right there. See, he not opening his mind to what I'm trying to say. He's protected because they said, hey, he did his time.
Yeah.
Don't nobody bother him.
Yeah.
That means he's protected. Bottom line.
You can't touch him.
You can't touch him.
Can't touch him.
Because they said so.
The family said don't touch him.
No, it's not because they said so. They saying they belief is what punishment he received from God is nowhere compared to what we can do. Nowhere.
That's still protection.
No, what reason do you have to kill him?
You killed somebody that I really believed in. What the fuck?
What gives you the right to kill him?
Hold up. You believe in God?